Hey everyone, it's Angelica again with another herbal wellness video. Today I wanted to introduce you to a plant that is a wild edible and also a medicinal herb, and it is called chickweed. That is chickweed. Its Latin name is Stellaria media. If you want to do any research on your own, which I invite you and encourage you to do so. First, we're going to start off with a plant ID. So, if you're in the Midwest right now or on the East Coast, you should be able to find this plant right now because it is one of the first signs of spring and it actually can grow under snow. It's a very resilient, amazing plant. So, you can also find it next to trees, like where I am right now, and disturbed soil. I found there's a ton growing in the cracks of the driveway of where I am right now, where I'm quarantining, my parents' house. And yeah, so it just loves really moist and disturbed soils. That's where you could start looking for it. So the first thing that you'll notice about this flower, or I guess plant, but we're going to talk about the flower, is that it has what it looks like 10 white petals. Really, there's only 5 petals. They just grow out in 2, and so they go all the way around, looking to us like there's 10. So if that helps you, just think of it as 10. And then the leaves grow across from each other, and let's see, they are like teardrop shaped with a little bit of like a pointiness at the end. And the other telling feature for this plant that's very important is that there's a hairy side all the way down. You're not going to be able to see it because my laptop camera is not HD by any means. And so, yeah, but there's a hairy side to this on one side, and that's something that you should look for, so you can affirm that you have the correct plant, because there is a poisonous lookalike. And the poisonous lookalike has orange flowers, and it does not have any hair on the stem, so it's a hairless stem. And for any time that you're gonna go out and try to find wild plants, I really encourage you to, like every single time before you are attuned enough to knowing what you're looking for, make sure you figure out if there's a poisonous lookalike to what you're searching for, and be able to ID both of them, because that's really important and it's responsible. So these grow in stringy pairs. So I found them in a clump like this right here. So they're all growing out, and there's a lot more than this in the clump. But yeah, there's just stashes of them where they grow. And they'll get like around like 7 or 8 inches, sometimes a little bit bigger, it just depends. But yeah, it's a really abundant plant, so it's a great one to harvest if you have a really great place to harvest. If you're wondering what's a really great place to harvest, essentially the area that you're harvesting this plant from. You have a relationship with it, you know that there hasn't been any spraying going on, and you're sure that like whatever you're harvesting is in good faith, like responsible, and not going to hurt you or the area in any way. Yeah, so that's the plant ID of chickweed. And the way you can use this plant is you can eat it. It tastes really amazing. Like if you take a little nibble of it after you've correctly ID'd it, you'll notice that you would consider it a really nice salad green if you were just to randomly get it in a salad. It's not bitter, it's not like dandelion green or anything like that, and it's just really cooling and nice. And you can juice these, and they have so much nutrition in them. They have vitamins C, A, and D. There's a little bit of calcium in there. And even if you don't have a juicer, you can actually gather these and put them in a blender and fill the blender up with water and blend it pretty vigorously for 2 minutes and then strain out the plant material, and you have yourself a green juice that is better for you than the green juice you're going to get at a fancy place, because wild plants are always going to be more packed with nutrition than cultivated plants, which is really amazing and one of the reasons why I love wild plants. And then, since you're going to be ingesting it as so, you'll realize that it has a very cooling effect on the body. So if you have any digestive upset, or say you're coughing a lot and your lungs are really like worn out and dry, this is a great plant because it's going to cool down that area. And when our tissues are dry and irritated, there's different ways to take care of that, but it's just very healing, and lessens the stress on your body when you can take in things that will cool it down as so. And which brings me to its medicinal qualities. There are a lot of different medicinal qualities to chickweed. I could go on and on about how I've used it personally, but if you do have digestive upset, or if you do have a really bad cough, it could be a really great thing to use for those circumstances. And a reminder that I'm not a doctor and I'm not giving you medical advice, so do your own research and make sure that it's safe for you to eat. It is for many people, but I don't know your specific life and condition, and so that's why it's great to do all of your own research, no matter what you hear from who. So yeah, that's chickweed, and I hope you learned something from this video. And if you want any more information or have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Thanks.